Hey, 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 what's going on? Let me know if you can hear me. What is the good word? What is the good word? That's really interesting today. And, right now, I always talk about how we live in scam world and everything. And one of the things that I talked about before was that a reason why I think so many people vote for Trump isn't because they don't think he's not corrupt, but because they know he's corrupt, but his corruption is transparent. As in, people have given up on a world where scams don't um, don't aren't everywhere. Also, pardon me for my background. We're doing like remodeling in this room, so there's like a ladder and other stuff. I didn't bother moving it because the whole thing is a mess. Should be done by this weekend, but yeah. People don't really care anymore about the scams. They just want to be let in on the scams. The people see Democrats as like people who kind of keep the scams to themselves, but Trump just wears his allegiances and his thing on the sleeve. But I think that's been drying up. I think that attitude has been kind of being proven not to be true because I do think Trump is, transparent in a way with his scams that he doesn't pretend not to be a scammer or somebody who's openly trying to help himself and his cronies. I think what people did not take into account is that he's kind of crazy / stupid. So it's like, you might be like, I want to shadow what this guy is doing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow any move that I think benefits him. But if he's crazy or stupid, then him doing moves, what he thinks are moves that benefit him, become impossible to predict. You know what I'm saying? Like, if the guy is insane or a moron, then things that you think go against his best interest to do, he might think they're the best moves in the world. So it kind of makes it, even if you want to like kind of shadow him and try to opt in on the scamming, like everyone just thought, hey, crypto's paying him a bunch of money. The tech bros are all giving him huge donations and hanging out in his thing. Like, he's gonna do the path of least resistance to help everybody. And what he thinks will help everybody is his crazy tariff stuff. He's kind of inscrutable. It's very hard to put your mind in whatever he's doing. So, like, I don't think it's necessarily. So I think I wasn't wrong in the thought that he's trying that you can just follow what he's doing and just do whatever he thinks will benefit him. You do the same thing, but the problem is he's hard to figure out. Like but also because he's like stupid, there's stuff that he thinks might benefit him. Because one thing you gotta realize, this guy has gone bankrupt several times. At the end of the day, the one person that's always walking away and leaving everyone else holding the bag is him. So there were probably a lot of people who were hanging out with him before he went bankrupt in all those cases, thinking, hey, this guy's an open grifter. We're all going to grift together. And then he went bankrupt and he left her holding the bag. So that's one problem. When everything's going good and, the path to grifting is easy, it's one thing. But I think he's a tough guy to predict. I think that's one thing. And then the second thing I was going to say is, there's going to be three things. He's not going to go down with the ship. He wants everyone to be loyal to him, but he's not going to be loyal to everyone else. So as long as your interests align with him, it's fine. And he's going to help you grift. But if at any moment your interest doesn't align with him, he's not one of those honor among thieves guys. He will throw you under the bus like real quick. Like, he just threw Israel under the bus and blamed them for a major attack last night, which was crazy. He didn't try to carry any water for them or anything. But that leads to my second point: the fact that it's either you or him. It's easy to bet on whoever is going to be, working with him as being a beneficiary or whatever. But so, for example, say that you said, hey, Elon Musk donated to him the most money out of anybody, and he's in Doge. I'm safe betting on Tesla because Tesla is going to do great under him. But, and it's the third part, his alliances change like the whim and are super capricious. So just because somebody is his best buddy today, tomorrow that guy, he could hate him. Like he went from being pro Elon to anti Elon in a heartbeat, and put things in a big beautiful bill that were gonna fuck Elon over. And he started bad mouthing Elon and all this stuff. All that money Elon gave him did not create a sense of obligation to him at all. So I think it's very interesting because I think what's happening now is everything is kind of melting down, and people are kind of mad. They're not mad because they realize that Trump is corrupt. They realize Trump is corrupt. They just thought that as long as they stayed on his side, they were going to be on the right side of the grift. And people are starting to realize that the grift is inscrutable. You can't figure it out. And that brings me to Andrew Tate. I feel like Andrew Tate is having a very, very interesting moment. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, this is it. And I think Andrew Tate's the kind of person who can't admit that he's losing. So he has to pretend that he's always winning. But I think this is like a low-key, tacit admission that Scamworld is having problems. So can you guys hear this?
You're not paranoid.
You guys can hear that, right? Let me just make sure. Well, let me just play it. If it's not working, you guys will tell me.
You're right. The universe does hate you. You're not paranoid. You're right. The universe does hate you. The universe hates you. You went all in on Bitcoin. Of course you did. Trump's the crypto president. It's going to be a crypto national reserve. Michael said.
Now, what he's saying, in a way, he's kind of proving me right, because my claim was that people supported Trump because they thought Trump's road to scamming ahead over the next 4 years was very traditional. Person X, Y, and Z all hooked him up and helped him win. So perfect X, Y, and Z can line up for the quid pro quo, where they're all going to get their bite at the apple. And so he's confirming that that's what a lot of his followers thought, because he's spelling it out. But look what he has to say about it.
The universe hates you. You went all in on Bitcoin. Of course you did. Trump.
Now, you is really him. Hold on.
It's the crypto president. It's going to be a crypto national reserve. Michael Saylor. We're going to go to the moon. I went all in on Bitcoin. Oh, well, that didn't work out. Then gold rallied. Well, gold's gone up. Who believes in gold? That's just an old shiny rock. Hasn't even got a blockchain. How do you even prove that gold's real gold? You can't verify it. So you gave up on gold. Then it goes all the way up to $5,000 an ounce. Like, there's no way I'm ever going to buy this shit. And then there's some regional instability, a world war. So you think, fuck it, gold's at the top, but there's a world war. What else can I buy? Dubai real estate's off a cliff. American real estate's off a cliff. Nobody can sell a house anywhere. Stock market's completely wrecked. Bitcoin's wrecked. I may as well buy some gold. Gold's just crashed. That's right.
Now, what's happening is, I think there's two things that are happening. There's a lot of people manipulating and crashing these markets. For example, Jane Street, if you Google Jane Street and Bitcoin or Jane Street and silver, like, they've been accused of crashing a lot of things over and over again. And they even do it at the same time. Like Jane Street was even I believe sanctioned over the Bitcoin thing. They have been accused of doing all types of weird scamming in the markets and crashing Bitcoin at the same time every day by making moves big enough to move the market and then pocketing the difference of movement.
Universe hates you.
And also, like Trump and the Treasury Department now are spiking the price of American oil like every day because they have to keep it down in order for the American oil price not to go up, because that'll wreck everything and that'll cause a real recession. That'll really fuck up the Republicans for the midterms. So they're scared to death of that. They don't want that any. So they're both jawboning. Jawboning is when you just say things to verbally get the price down, and then they're also like shorting the market and doing a bunch of other stuff. There's a lot of speculation. The president of the CME, the Commodity Metals Exchange, even warned them to stop doing it because the ripple effects of trying to manipulate oil down. But you know, if you notice, he's been saying a bunch of crazy stuff. Like Trump will keep saying, "Oh, the war is almost done." Then after the market's closed, he's like, "Yeah, it's gonna be going on forever." And then they just keep saying, someone in the government announced, "Yeah, we just escorted a tanker through the Strait of Hormuz," and the oil go down. Then the person deletes the tweet. It turns out there was no tanker escorted through. And they just keep announcing stuff, make the price go down. Then they'll delete it or say they were wrong, or just not explain it, or you know, just say something else different tomorrow. And to a large degree, it keeps working. I think Israel is joining in on it. Israel just announced that they're going to help escort people through the Strait of Hormuz. And they're just saying this. What they're trying to do is stall and hope they hit a lick. This is what I think the current plan is. They're going to try to keep jawboning, you know, talking or manipulating by actively doing shorts. There's a way that you can mass buy shorts and dump a lot of shorts and roll over without taking physical delivery. It's a little bit complicated, but you can do that in a way that manipulates the paper markets. That's like the contracts on paper, and keep those slammed down. So what's happening is the paper markets are very divorced from the physical markets. Like if you want to go in the market and buy a barrel of oil, it's like over $150 in a lot of markets. The American oil is lower than the physical oil internationally, because the people who have to buy directly from the Middle East, especially at cheap, people have to buy directly from the Middle East, especially at in the immediate, like near term, when this conflict is going on, they have to pay a premium for that oil because of obvious reasons. What's happening in Iran, and the supply is down, and it's dangerous to traverse it, and all this stuff. And it's blocked out by the Strait of Hormuz. You know, it's a big mess. America has a ton of domestic oil that it's keeping, so it's not immediately affected by what's happening in the Strait of Hormuz. So it makes sense that it would be down super low. So it's like in the 90s, but it should be a lot more. And the reason why it should be a lot more is if there's a bunch of oil that's costing like $150, $160, $170 over in the Middle East, you're gonna want to go to find where the cheapest oil is. So you're gonna go all to America. But if America's oil is all $95, even though they're not directly immediately affected by the $150, $160, $170 oil abroad, all the people rushing to America to get their oil, that's going to drive the price up from, you know, people, all that demand rushing to one place. So eventually, indirectly, those oil prices should go up. But every single day at the same time, in the morning, even if it goes up in the overnight markets in the evening, once that morning market hits, the price just drops immediately. It just gets slammed down. So I'm gonna and the rumors keep finding reasons and other things that might be causing it to go down too, even if there's not manipulation happening. You have what I call bulltards, like retarded bulls. People who just think no matter what, everything is temporary. Market only goes up. Everything is just a buy to dip moment. And plus, USA rah rah rah. So they're in denial about how bad the Iran war is going. They always believe that Iran's on the ropes. Trump's going to win. America always wins. America is so powerful. It's only going to last a couple of weeks. It's kind of like when COVID first happened. In the beginning, nobody was taking it seriously until it was too late. So the first couple of weeks, everyone just kept treating COVID like it was going to be a passing thing. And then when as time flew by, people started realizing more and more, oh, wait, this is kind of real. And then all at once, people started panicking. And when they started panicking, they started overreacting in exact proportion to the amount that they were underreacting. So it was really kind of funny to see. And I think that's gonna happen again, unless Trump's stall and hit a lick strategy is working. As in, the hope is like, okay, keep stalling, keep saying different rumors, keep manipulating the market, and then before the paper price of oil in America catches up with the real price, we'll have something to announce, some kind of announcement, some kind of Hail Mary that's going to bail us out, and we won't have to pay for the price of our hubris. But I just don't see it happening. I mean, crazier things have happened. They're hoping to announce some kind of ceasefire or something. And I don't want to root against America, but part of me is kind of hoping, because like, I know it's gonna be bad for the economy, but at the same time, if Trump manages to pull this off, it's gonna be one of the worst things as far as rewarding bad behavior, like, it's just going to embolden so much worse behavior. Because I think even this was emboldened by Venezuela and how easy that went. He thought everything was going to go that easily. But one of the most recent job openings was talking about the export ban, and the idea of an export ban that made the American price drop as well. So what happened is this is price called the WTI, and there's this price called the Brent, and things keep getting worse and worse and worse in Iran, and the Brent keeps going up, and the American price doesn't keep up with it, even though it's obvious that the American price is about to, or should be about to, go up because the demand is going to go up. So the spread between the two, to give you an idea of just how disconnected America is, the spread between the two was at a 20-year high. Like, they had never diverged this high. I think at one point they were like almost like $20 apart in price. What the price that Europe was paying and the price that we were paying on paper. And there's a lot of complicated stuff about spot price, and if you can see the real oil spot price, it's very convoluted. But to make the point simple, like, there's a big divergence. Everyone's wondering like what's happening. But one of the other things, and this is something I was trying to say earlier, was complacency. A lot of the American market also just thinks, oh, in a couple of weeks it's going to be over. It's going to be back to normal, so it doesn't matter. There's no need to worry. Let it do what it's going to do. There's no need to worry at all. So they're staying complacent while the rest of the world is freaking out. And one reason why I think that's kind of crazy is there's been so much damage to the supply and supply chains, like things that get hit that produce oil, it's not like just turning a faucet on and off. Like they're gonna have to rebuild a lot of infrastructure to get that oil back out. And the way that the pipelines work and the things that extract oil out of the ground, they're not done in a way that you can just, your faucet, if it's going a certain speed, you can just turn it and it comes out faster. Like you're limited by the diameter of the pipes. I forget the technical name for it. And all this stuff. Like I forget the technical term, but there's a term for the rate at which different sites pump oil out. And you can't just be like, hey, we were down for 3-4 weeks. Just pump it out twice as fast to make up. Like, even if everything was to get turned back on and be okay by tomorrow, it's gonna take months for some of these things to be up and running again. It's gonna be weeks for some places to pump up enough oil to make up. Like generally, a lot of experts agree that even if everything gets better, prices should be going up anyway because there's a lot of damage already done that can't be reversed. Even if the worst case scenario for the future does not happen. But I want to show something real quick. I think it's pretty interesting. This guy posted this. I find it remarkable how the silver price suppression playbook is being recycled on crude oil. This was happening in Bitcoin every day. Every day at the same time, Bitcoin was dropping. I don't know if you can see my cursor here. Bitcoin was dropping from top to bottom like this. Same time every day. And that ended up being on Jane Street. Then silver started doing the same thing every day. Silver was supposed to be run away, and people were just letting it go up in the after hours. And then you see here it's 10:30 a.m. Right here is like, this is the market open at the same time, a little bit before like 10:30 or, in this window, silver slammed down. It was very remarkable how the silver suppression playbook is being recycled in crude oil. The slams are even happening at roughly the same time in the trading day. So this is happening again as well. Like oil was hitting, the American price of oil in the overnights was hitting as high as over 100 last night. And then boom, it slams down again, even though nothing got better. So people who were getting into oil were getting slammed, but it was getting slammed in such a way that even the longs and the shorts of oil were getting fucked. And all this thing is going to create something that I think is going to be very dangerous. So I just want to put this in real quick. So this was happening as well, right? The head of the Commodity and Metals Exchange, the one that's the American market, started like even they, to show this not just a crackpot conspiracy theory, like even the CEO of the Commodity Exchange that oil trades on says Trump's oil price manipulations would be a biblical disaster. At a conference in Boca Raton, Duffy made it clear that any government attempts to manipulate oil prices, buying options, artificially lowering prices, and also the jawboning, the just blatantly lying, which is what they're doing too, could destroy confidence in the free market, trigger price chaos, and cause a long-term collapse of trust in commodity exchanges. Markets react immediately. Even market participants see the systemic risk to global energy prices. Now, this is going to cause two problems, I think is what he's saying. Is one is that people are going to be like, this game is rigged. They already thought it was rigged, but they thought it was rigged in the way that they could figure out. But picture like you're going to the casino. You already know that it's rigged in the house's favor. But you think you're an advantage player. You think I can count cards. You think I have the inside dope on how it's rigged, or there's at least a rule or reason to how it's rigged. But then you find out, on top of the natural rigging in their favor that's reasonably expected out of a casino, you find that the casino is just blatantly lying. The casino is blatantly cheating well and above beyond the amount of rigging and cheating and advantage that most gamblers are willing to accept and work with for gambling. Like you can count cards, But what they did is they put five aces, 10 twos, 3 fours. Like they're just blatantly cheating. They're not just playing with the known odds. They're blatantly cheating. You don't know how many of every card is in the deck anymore. You can't trust how many cards are in the deck. You can't trust that they're going to pay you when you count the cards right. You count the cards perfectly. Like, this is going to sound like a paradox, but you're cheating fairly, you know, like, because counting cards is not really cheating. It's just, you know, playing an advantage. Like, people think they're playing their advantages. Like, it's like a no-brainer. It's playing your advantage to think in one of the worst wars of our lifetimes, safe havens like gold and silver should go up. Nope. It's a safe bet that as 20% of the global market of oil is either being destroyed or cut off with no end in sight, that it's a safe bet. Like, there's no such thing as a surefire thing in the stock market ever. There's no such thing as a can't lose play, but some things are way closer to it than others. Like, you know, it's like a sure bet that oil going up, even in America, through a ripple effect, is going to happen. And it's just watch it like stay the same. Like, these countries right now in the Middle East are treating oil like a food fight. You know, when people fight with food, these people are like fighting with oil. Like, they're just bombing each other's oil fields. Like, so they're not just stopping the flow of oil. Like, Israel's bombing Iran's oil. This place is bombing this place's oil. They're actually attacking each other's oil things. Each one of those attacks alone should cause like some kind of spike. That's like places where months offline are possible. You have to actually rebuild infrastructure to get the oil back out. So people are just going to be like, I'm not going to bet in the casino anymore. I think that's going to be a big problem. People are going to be like, look, I can't trust the casino anymore. I'm not going to gamble. So I think people are going to lose faith, which is why I think he's saying people are going to lose faith in America as a place to invest your money. What's the point? You know, like, and it's going to bring us back to the Andrew Tate, because there's something that the CME guy was saying, something that I was kind of predicting, because I feel that way myself even. I'm like, no matter how smart on paper I think a play is right now, with all this, between all the corruption with institutional players, because Trump is manipulating and scamming, but his government's also letting all these other places manipulate and scam, like Jane Street and all these institutional banks, you know, manipulating Michael Saylor, all these people just manipulating different markets, profiting, then slamming the market down on everyone else and pulling up the ladder after they climb up. Trump's administration is letting that happen. So they're not prosecuting anything. His SEC is a joke, you know? So between all that happening, who's going to want to play in that casino? You know? Like, it's one thing if you want to chase meme stocks and meme coins, but now, like, even things like metals, things like oil during an oil shortage, things that seem to be like maybe volatile, but not an insane play, you know, sound crazy. So I think it's a real problem. The other problem is the longer that they can go and successfully artificially suppress the price, if and when it ever stops working, like if they can't stall long enough to pull out a Hail Mary and sell America on a headline that it can buy, even if the headline is exaggerated, and, you know, like, because the truth on the ground doesn't matter so much a lot of times as much as the truth you can sell. Like, if they can't sell a plausible headline, you know, if they lie for too long and eventually reality catches up with the average person, the belated effect of what's going to happen to oil, like, is going to be so violent. It's going to so violently spike on the back end to make up for the complacency at the front end. I think that's another thing the CME guy is talking about. And all these distortions ripple out like onto what's happening to the outside price. You know, what happens to the outside price is indirectly affected by what happens to the American price. And also with the prices artificially low in America, that kind of makes the demand miscalibrated, you know, like, but on top of that, the physical barrels and the paper things has a huge divergence as well that needs to be bridged, you know. It's complicated to go into beyond that, but because and there's a lot of stuff that I'm not explaining the nuance of, and people in the comments, you know, are gonna talk about the spot price, and I'm not explaining a lot of the little nuances. But I could be here all day. But so I'm being a little broad and a little glib and a little imprecise on a lot of these mechanisms, just because, honestly, I don't fully understand them to like the super expert level, but also even to the extent that I do understand it, it would get us bogged down in a lot. So I know I'm painting some broad brush strokes, in case anybody like kind of wants to nitpick it later. I do understand I'm not saying it exactly technically correct, but you get the point. But yeah, so like every single thing is kind of going down. And even like the so-called safe plays aren't working. The things that used to work aren't working. So back to Andrew Tate.
Just hates you. Like none of this makes any sense anymore. The universe is one big game of.
So the reason why I gave you that background is because think about everything I described, and now look at what Andrew Tate is saying, and what's hitting him. Like what's hitting him, I think, is an example of what I've been just talking about this kind of feeling like, hey, I thought I was on the inside, I had the inside dope in the casino, and now I think I don't. But he's saying you.
Takes off a cliff. Nobody can sell a house anywhere. Stock market's completely wrecked. Bitcoin's wrecked. I may as well buy some gold. Gold's just crashed. That's right. Universe hates you. It just hates you. Like none of this makes any sense anymore. The universe is one big game of tricking you into believing things. And whatever you believe, it does the opposite. If you're watching this, if you didn't buy gold, it would be $10,000 an ounce. But because you did, the butterfly effect, somehow you clicking that button to buy, somehow changed the electrical current of the grid when you needed to.
So what he's saying is like right now, it feels like as soon as you jump into anything, it goes south. Like you're the exit liquidity for everything. But he's describing it a little too well for somebody from the outside. Like he's talking about what he's going through, but he's saying he's saying you're the loser and acting like it's not him. But if he was winning right now, why would he be doing this video? If he was winning, he would actually be telling you the opposite, because you would be his exit liquidity. He would be telling you, yeah, you got to do this, hurry up, you know, the next thing. But he can't even get you in his exit liquidity in time because he's getting slammed when he gets in it. Like if he got into gold or getting into all these things and silver and all this stuff, and it was still going up, he would be telling you, you need to get into this, you need to get into that, because that's what he used to do. He should do it all the time. So if he's saying this now, it's because he's getting slammed before he can make you exit liquidity, and he's getting pissed. So when he was winning, he would sell you the grift that you were going to win so that you can come in after him and drive him up because he's ahead of you in the Ponzi scheme. And then he's confident because it's been working for years, and he was on the inside track because he was part of Scamworld. He may not be in the top of it, but he wasn't at the bottom. Like he wasn't making as much as like Trump and the top of the pyramid scheme, but he was far from the bottom of it. So, you know, he was still making a pretty penny. So it was in his place. It was in his interest to sell you on the scheme so he can get extra liquidity after you. But if he's failing at the scheme, he's running out of things to even tell his audience. The audience is like, hey, what's the next thing? Because they're looking for him. He's been giving them the inside dope because he was far ahead enough the game that a lot of his audience was able to get in on it and find another sucker down the line. Like even his audience was a couple of tiers above the extra liquidity. But now his audience is out of the loop, but also he's out of the loop, so he can't even tell the audience anything. So now he's changing his strategy to, I'm going to act like I'm still this great winner, but you guys are losers. So just give up, you know? I'm out of it, but I think he must be in a lot of trouble. I think he is actually, this is cope. This is cope masked as bravado. And it's crazy in the comments. A lot of people don't see it.
Take that little drop of electricity, just enough to flicker a streetlight somewhere on the other side of the planet in Manila, which caused a motorcycle crash into a veterinarian's office. And the veterinarian office couldn't finish their operation on a dog, and that dog died, which upset the owner, which stopped them texting their sister who lived in Abu Dhabi. And the sister in Abu Dhabi who was cleaning for the sheikh pissed him off, so he decided to dump the price of gold. That's what happened, because of you. Universe hates you. No matter what you do, you're going to lose. If you keep cash, you're biting the bullet on inflation. You buy Bitcoin, it crashes. You buy gold during a war, it crashes. You bought oil.
That's exactly what he's doing. He's not mad. He's actually laughing. You nailed it, you know? But the friend of mine that sent this to me, I was trying to explain what I thought was happening, and he misunderstood what I was saying. So he said something along the lines of, yeah, you know, what happened with Andrew Tate, you know, he used to be in the top of the pyramid scheme and he was making like so much money, but now he's still making money and whatever, but he's not as high up as he used to be. He's not as plugged in. So now he's making less money than he was. And, you know, he's frustrated on it, you know, and he's still, you know, making a good amount of money, but he's not like in the top of Scamworld like he was. And, you know, so his, the people below him are even like worse off, and he's telling them off. I'm like, no, don't believe that. You're missing what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying like you're buying into the pose. What I'm saying is he is on the other side now. What he's mad about isn't that he's lower on the chain and his scams aren't, he's losing, I think, and scrambling. He's on their side now. He's on the side of the suckers and he's not used to it. And he's crashing. But I also think it's kind of, what I think is crazy about this, and why I think this is a crazy indicator that you should look at, and it's got me kind of scared for the market. Yeah. In his head, he's like, I'm down here with you losers, but he's trying extra hard. Look, even when I froze it, don't look, he's about to cry. Like in between like the laughing, there's like a little micro expression. I just noticed where I froze it. Looks like he's about to cry. Like the micro expressions between the expression. Yeah, but in his head, he's like, I'm down here with you losers, but he's trying to desperately convey, almost to convince himself, I'm not down here with the losers. You know? Yeah, so I was trying to tell him like, no, you have got it wrong. But this is what's scary, right? If the traditional exit liquidity, if the ground floor suckers, the usual bulltards that like these are the people that can usually be made to buy into anything. They buy into NFTs, they buy into AI, they buy into quantum, they buy into quantum computing stocks, they buy into GameStop, they buy into altcoins, shitcoins. These are the ones that, you know, get convinced into pump and dumps. If he gets blackpilled on the stock market and Scamworld and the giant Ponzi scheme that's been going on since 2008 and has been on steroids in the recent years, if he stops buying into it, but even worse, stops selling it to those people are the ultimate suckers. Those are the people that, you know, whenever I experiment on one of these dumb things, I'm counting on to save me from a bad call. Like every investor needs these people. These people are like the shellfish at the bottom of the ocean that clean the ocean and the crap. Like, whenever you want to make a bad call or a risky call, or you get FOMO and buy into a stupid trend, and you realize before it's too late, like, what the hell am I doing? Like this thing's going 100 times earnings. Like I'm being stupid. You can count on these people to drive it up a little more. Yeah, Vita, there's no way. You gotta just restart, move the progress bar like all the way back and put it at like 2 times speed, and then you'll catch up. Like it's gonna be a lot. Yeah, but it's not gonna. If he starts telling these people this black pill, you're fucked shit, these people are gonna stop being the scavengers at the bottom of the ocean. They're gonna start not buying shit anymore, and even start selling shit. Like, these are the people that hold no matter what and keep dollar cost averaging down. Like he should be like Michael Saylor. Michael Saylor, the worse he does, the more he tries to sell the dream. But he's Andrew Tate's giving the game away. And see, this is scary because I think this is what the CME guy that I showed before, that CEO, was warning about. He was warning about Trump, if you keep doing rug pulls. Like, this is rug pull land now. Everything's a rug pull. Like, Trump was supposed to help crypto. They gave him all that money. What did he do? He did 3 rug pulls. So he's ruining the confidence in crypto and making crypto look even less reputable. And crypto's been doing worse ever since. And when Bitcoin was falling, it was almost dropping to 60,000. When that happened, Trump sold a whole bunch of Bitcoin, which is like the worst thing to do, because anybody who might have been thinking, let me hang in there, they saw that and they were like, oh, wait a minute. Even the president, who's supposed to be the most crypto-friendly president ever, who was giving all his money back crypto, instead of holding the line and showing solidarity with crypto, he's one of the first people to jump off. That's what I'm saying. He has no loyalty to anybody. Like, if you and him, if it serves both of you to be on the same page, he'll be the most loyal guy and help you enrich your pockets. And, so you can think, oh, this guy is in it with Trump. Trump's going to help him out. But what they don't realize is when things get down for Trump, he will throw his allies under the bus. So if you feel like, oh, it's fine for me to throw in my lot with the crypto guys because Trump is with them, that works as long as Trump and the crypto guys, things are aligned. The minute they're not aligned, he will throw them under the bus just like anybody else. That's why I think this strategy that everyone had of, I'm just going to go with whatever scammers in bed with Trump at the moment, because as Trump wins, they're going to win. One, Trump, going back to my original thesis, Trump is so stupid and crazy that you have to assume that everything, that he knows what it takes to win all the time. And he was winning so strong and so long that we started thinking that he was some kind of savant, that, okay, it all looks crazy, but he knows what he's doing. But now we're starting to see, okay, maybe he's got really lucky. Like, maybe he just doesn't really know how to win all the time. And he started remembering, actually, didn't this guy go bankrupt 4 or 5 times? Like, we kind of forgot about that. So, it's like, shit, this might not have been. So, yeah, he's gonna look. He can kick you. He can kick people out of bed at any moment, and he might not even know what he's doing. After all,
Surely you bought oil. That's fucking yo-yoing up and down. You're getting longed, and you're longing and shorting oil. You're getting liquidated both fucking ways.
yeah, like oil's so manipulated and weird now that even it's one of the rare things right now where on the American price or WTI, both the longs and the shorts are getting fucked. Like, it's like nobody's winning. No matter what you do right now, you can't win. It's like everything turns to shit. And before, when it was a full-blown ridiculous bull market, it was almost like it took a skill to lose money. You can do any kind of bonehead on paper play and reap the rewards. Makes you feel like a genius.
That doesn't work. To buy property, fucking toast. Oh, you got a house in America. No, my money's in my house. Really?
So he's making fun of these people, but who owned property in Dubai? Andrew Tate. So yeah, I think the you he's talking to is himself. Most of us don't have property in Dubai.
We're trying to sell it. There are 600,000 more buyers. Sorry. 600,000 more sellers than buyers. You can't sell your fucking house, so it's worth nothing. No one wants to fucking buy it. Property taxes coming out your fucking ass. Crime coming out your fucking ass. Your neighbor's black.
I love it no matter what, he finds a way to bring black people in it. It's kind of funny because he's black himself.
The universe
self-hate is real.
hates you. Nothing you do is going to work. You're sitting there like, I'm doing everything right. I'm saving my money. I'm struggling in my job. I'm trying to make smart investments. I can make smart investments in a fucking game that's rigged. You make a smart chess move when I can randomly piss all over the board. I put my bishop here. I control e4. Yeah, nice. I'm going to take a piss.
It feels weird to say this, but I mean, he's right. It's anybody could be right sometimes. He's right now. Like it is true. Like, it's not saying like take a piss. I feel like it's more like you're playing chess, and then somebody is just like, actually this is checkers. It starts jumping your men. It just starts being like just like changes the rules on you. Like so now, like, what was a smart move? They're kind of not letting you know that it's actually a different game.
I'm gonna take a piss all over this chessboard. Oh really? Nice bishop. I need a leak. Faggot. Game's rigged. It's over. You're never gonna invest your money happily. Let's not even talk about NFTs and meme coins and that shit. Let's not even talk about that shit. Everything you try.
I'm not sure, but didn't he have a meme coin? He had to have. There's no way he couldn't have. But I know he's promoting crypto left and right.
Fails. It's truly hilarious. So I just made this video as a sign from the universe. I know you're sitting there going, I don't understand this price action. Why is Bitcoin low? Why did Michael Saylor and MSTR wreck me? Why is gold going down in the middle of the biggest war in history? Why is inflation not control? What do I invest in? What do I do? I can't buy property. What am I supposed to do? The answer is, no matter what you do, you're fucked. And the universe inspired me. I'm sitting here having a cigar in Hong Kong. I'm just a guy.
See, I'm really having a cigar in Hong Kong. Yeah, he's just chilling. It's not about me. It's about you.
We've never even met. And somehow the universe inspired me to make this video and put it on the timeline. And somehow you've seen the video. Think about that. What are the fucking chances of me making this video telling you that all your investments are going to fail after they've all failed and you seeing it?
You think these Nostradamus, but it's not Nostradamus. It's because you're going through it. You're living this.
Because you shouldn't see it. What's the odds of that? It's cosmic. It's the universe itself. It's God. You seeing this video has to be a sign from the cosmos letting you know that you're fucked.
Yeah. So I mean, you see what's happening. It's pretty clear. He's coping, but the reason why I think that is so interesting is because as long as it's all the listeners who believe in him. It's the type of person, like, as that attitude trickles down, I think there's a real risk. I mean, these people are the biggest marks in the universe. So, if things turn around a week, 2 weeks from now, they'll jump right back into gullible, we're all going to be rich mode. But if things keep going the way they're going and the message is trickling down and it's getting more and more bleak, I mean, these are people who since 2008 have never had to deal with anything being down for too long, maybe a few months at the most. Like recessions used to last like years sometimes. But these people have always lived in a world where everything is just a giant sale. Someone's always coming to bail you out. The government, the Fed, the venture capitalists, the FOMO crowd, the bulltards. Somebody's always coming at some point to get you out of trouble. And yeah, it's changing, it's these people are going to freak out extra hard. These people are going to freak out extra hard because they're the ones who really are not going to know what it's like. They've never had the constitutional fortitude to sit through pain for very long, and they're all leveraged to the hilt. So like, yeah, not just like the petty bourgeois strivers, but like, uh, that underemployed guy living in his mom's basement, but who got like a little bit of inheritance money from, a grandpa or something, just a little bit to get started in investing, like people might not even have a lot of prospects for making the money back. Like this was like their last, this might be their inheritance. Maybe they got advanced on their inheritance from their family. You don't know. So there's this tweet today. Gold is crashing, silver is crashing, crypto is crashing, stocks are crashing, the dollar is crashing. Real talk, what do we buy now? And I think one of the big things that was happening was when everything else seemed to be crashing, there was always one thing that seemed to be doing well that you can kind of fool yourself with. And I think right now we're not having that, you know? And then if you look at the bottom, there's still people doing some cope. They're like, don't worry, it's fear, not fundamentals. Fear is a shelf life, it's all going to be okay. There's people still coping their way through it. And you never know. There's always a chance that some Hail Mary is coming. But I think they're going to have diminishing returns because Trump is too insane and kind of dumb. I mean, he has a devil's luck. Something might break his way, but I think it's going to be really tough with the Iran war because the Iran war is something he can't just turn on and off himself, like the tariff stuff and all the other stupid stuff. And it said taco, Trump always chickens out. That stuff he can unilaterally taco. He can declare a tariff. Then when the market freaks out too hard or things go bad, he could be like, well, actually, we like these people again, and we're doing a negotiation with them, and we might not do the tariff after all. Or I call the tariff off, or I put it back on. And each time the market goes up, down, up, down. But with Iran, you could be like, hey, I'm done. Actually, you know what? We have peace. We got what we wanted. We declare victory. Iran could be like, fine, we don't declare a peace. We're going to keep this shit closed. We're going to make you suffer. Like, the miscalculation here is this is one thing that he can't just lie and declare victory and pretend that he won, because there's another side that has to cooperate. And that's what I think is the scary thing. This all really depends on how well or how dedicated Iran is to this. If Iran surprises me and caves in, which on paper I don't see any reason why they have to, then what can he do? Like, he can just say, yeah, we won. Iran a bunch of losers. But as long as people see Iran keep bombing everybody, I mean, there's a lot of stupid Americans who don't follow the news and don't know what's going on. And as long as it's not on Fox or the mainstream news, but now it's getting to the point even the mainstream news is noticing. Like, he can't really. It's going to be tough to lie his way through it. I mean, even though so far it's inexplicably been working. And I've really underestimated like how dumb the market is. But somebody said the same thing here. Somebody said, yeah, Iran seems to be in control of when the war ends and seems to be able to meet them as far as escalation goes. Yeah, like, people think Iran is like a backwater. They don't understand that Iran is huge, has a lot of mountains. You can't put ground troops in it. And they've been preparing for this for like decades. They have a plan and they're hardcore. And think about it, like, a lot of people's family members died. Like, the new supreme leader, like, he lost like his parents and family and stuff. Like, not everything can be solved with like a check or appeasement. He lost a lot. Picture like somebody killed like your whole family and then said, okay, my bad, I'm gonna go home. Like, would you just go home? But yeah, it's crazy. A lot of people still So that's what I'm saying. Like another thing with the oil market, a lot of people now just think, hey, this is gonna be over in a few weeks, and the oil market is still priced like that. So in addition to what I was talking about all the manipulation between the government, the manipulation between the institutions like Jane Street and the other ones that are allowed to manipulate without impunity, and also the not deliberate manipulations, but just accidentally manipulating by being naive. The people in the market who are just like, oh, whatever, it's not real. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, all that I think is conspiring to keep the market down, and a lot of people can just say, "Hey, it's fine. What does it matter?" Sooner or later, it's going to catch up. Sooner or later is going to catch up. It's going to be fine, and then people eventually start realizing like, wait a minute, how much longer can I wait? I'm bleeding money here. I'm leveraged to the hilt. I have margin calls coming. I have no money to even buy dips, even if they come. I bought every single dip, and it just kept dipping. You know, what can I do? You know, how much longer can I hold out? So yeah, I think that's fucking with people. People don't know if they can trust it. Like people might be like, listen, I'm just gonna take my ball and go home. I don't want to fuck with this anymore. I'm out. And yeah, when Andrew Tate starts saying it, I think that's kind of scary because if you lose his people, then the bottom really falls out on retail because they really keep the part of delusion alive. Yeah. So, I mean, I think what Trump is hoping for is some kind of big strike they can do, some amazing strike that just takes out every last person with resolve in one fell swoop. And with his luck, I'm scared to say, but he might get it. Even though he doesn't deserve it, he didn't plan for it. He did everything wrong. He has the devil's luck. That's the problem, and he might still pull it off. Who knows? You know, again, even though he's publicly flailing, you know, I still don't get how the American oil price is not. So yeah, I just think like, you can say, yeah, eventually I'm gonna buy some oil. Eventually, at some point, this job owning and this manipulation is gonna fail in reality. But what if 2, 3, 4 weeks go by and it doesn't happen? You're on margin. You're on all this stuff. So it's yeah, it's tough. You have to be more specific in the comments because I get them delayed, and I don't know what you're talking about too. So what POV? Like you have to spell it out. What specifically? Because you know I don't exactly know which part about Iran holding a lot of the cards, about what Trump's plan might be, about the fact that he's stalling and hoping to hit a lick, about oil being manipulated. Like when you just say this POV, I don't know what of the things I was talking about that means, especially because I get it on a delay. I mean, that's to do with everybody. Just in general, I just notice people would just put things like, what do you mean? Or I disagree. And I don't think people realize that, you know, when you're up here, you're juggling like a bunch of things at once, and there's a delay. So, you know, it's not, and you're going through a bunch of topics. So you're not always sure what the person is talking about. So that's, yeah. So, yeah, I think the Tate thing is pretty interesting, but that brings me to the next thing that I want to talk about. Like more proof that I think this idea that Tate is just laughing and he's not crying and we're the losers. This video came out 6 days ago. So people were asking about if he's in Dubai. No, he's not in Dubai. He's in Hong Kong. And it's very important for what we're about to watch. He had just entered Hong Kong. That's where he's writing from, and that's where he's filming from. And he actually mentioned it in the video too, I believe. But listen to this.
Stuff, but it is turning into drama more and more, bleeding over from like real life political talk to drama between influencers. And the first part of this, we're going to do a two-part video. The first part is Andrew Tate looking like a complete ass for about 3 months after his last fight. He can't stop humiliating himself. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's a fetish, maybe it's a kink, but his entire stance on as you can see here, Andrew Tate can't stop crashing out and humiliating himself. We're going to take a look at this video, but his entire stance around the war in Iraq right now has been, let me tell everybody how good Dubai is. And I'm not really sure why he's doing that. Maybe
Now, he's people the war in Dubai is good because he gets paid to promote it, I think. But also, he has property there, I believe. And Dubai is a great place for expat scammers. Like, I mean, I think it's a pretty obvious thing. Like, there are so many scammer influencers. Like, I call what Andrew Tate and his followers are into is the cheat code life. Everybody wants the cheat code. Everybody just sees everyone above them using cheat codes. They're seeing privilege and they're saying, you know what? I'm sick of rich people having cheat codes. I'm sick of the privilege having cheat codes. There's no way we're ever going to get them to stop having cheat codes. They just keep getting more and more cheat codes. I just want to get the same cheat codes. And what's happening to people now is, you ever get like those coupon codes or those cheat codes for like an online game, and then somehow like it gets zapped or it doesn't work anymore or it expires. So you try the same cheat code, it doesn't work anymore. That's what's happening to people now. The cheat codes are expiring. And the site that updates the cheat code for your online massive multiplayer game has stopped putting new cheat codes, or it's giving you bad cheat codes, or the cheat codes are somehow corrupted and fucking up your game.
maybe he's getting paid because he's got a nice cushy penthouse there, and I'm pretty sure the government is subsidizing him in some way to stay there and to say nice things. But Dubai was involved in a lot of the airstrikes from Iran.
Oh, about Tate being a barometer for the retail market. Were you here from the beginning? Because I don't know. I feel like I kind of explained all that, but I don't know if it's because you didn't see the whole thing or if you heard the whole thing and you don't get the logic. But I'll try to give a very abbreviated thing. But I was saying before that people like Andrew Tate, they're like the king of the cheat code people. They're the people who are the extra liquidity for every scam. And if you can't sell to them, you're more and more likely to hold the bag. And the more people at a higher level who find themselves holding a bag, because right now we're seeing Andrew Tate being in the uncomfortable position of being the bag holder. So this to me is like the typical unraveling of the Ponzi scheme. As more and more layers on the bottom start getting liquidated and whatever, it's like the extra liquidity hierarchy, like the extra liquidity phenomenon moves up the chain, and now he's selling you're cursed, it's all rigged against you. He's selling, like, usually when the person at the bottom of the pyramid says, hey, this is all rigged, it sucks and whatever, everyone else who's making money above them just laughs like, you big loser, you know. Maybe you should learn to play the game right like me. Maybe this game is not for you. But when you start seeing the person above you start saying that, that's kind of scary, because then that means it must be really bad below them. But also the people below him who were still believing, because those people still exist. Right now, they're all going to a new meme sector called photonics, right? But these meme sectors are getting smaller and smaller, and the moves are getting more violent. Like if you look at what's happening in a field called photonics right now, it's like 20, 30% a day on some of those companies. And to me, that tells me that the meme sectors are shrinking and shrinking. So the ones that are left are having more and more violent moves because the FOMO YOLO people are all just pinballing around, but in a smaller and smaller space. Like these people are human pinballs. They just pinball from one cheat code to another. But picture the pinball surface area just keeps shrinking. in real time. Picture how violent that ball is going to look. And I think that's what's going to happen. Like, and what happens is everyone's jumping into things just in time for them. They're jumping into everything too late. And I think it's going to happen potentially to photonics too. Like, that thing might run for like another couple of months. All I know is I'm not touching any of that. Because right now there's a chain reaction of rug pulls. So I feel like the kind of bull-tard activity at the extreme level that we've seen, that's been like pushing the bubble the most. I think Andrew Tate's audience are the perfect marks for all bubbles. And if he's gonna disillusion them, like if he was smart, he would try to sell them on the cult dream even harder, like what Michael Saylor does, you know, and he's not doing that. So I hope that is a good abbreviation of what I've been talking about the past hour. I don't want to repeat more than that because it's not fair to people who've been here the whole time.
Trying to hit U.S. bases or trying to hit soldiers held up in specific places they had intel on, whatever. But Andrew Tate's whole idea here has been that Dubai is the pinnacle of all living. Dubai is the place where everybody needs to be, and stop being scared if bombs are dropping on your head.
But that's another example of his Ponzi scheme life. He bought in Dubai pretty early, and he needs everyone else to believe in Dubai because that helps drive his property value up. Everything in his life is a Ponzi scheme. So I think this is one of the big steps in his Ponzi schemes unraveling. So he had gone crazy with doing a lot of cope on Dubai at the beginning, because one of Dubai itself is a big Ponzi scheme. One of the big things with Dubai was trying to sell people on the idea, like, yeah, we're in the heart of, you know, a dangerous Arab territory, but we're insulated from everything. We're protected by the West. You can come here and not have to pay taxes. So it attracts cheat code people, you know, because those people are like, yeah, I get to go get the no tax cheat code, and I get to play around with sex workers and do whatever I want and be an influencer. So all types of scammy people love going to Dubai, and they need more people to buy in to kind of push up the value of what they already own. So this is another one of his Ponzi schemes unraveling.
Because this is a fake war and it'll be over in 24 hours. By the way, 2 weeks later, the war's still going on. And
and this messes up Dubai's whole sales pitch, because now people are seeing, yeah, you can get touched. You see those like influencers making videos and like, this isn't supposed to happen here, and it's so like colonial and Western chauvinist thinking. Like, this is supposed to happen to like the poor Arabs. Not supposed to happen to us, you know, and where we stay. Like, it's like, you know, going to the resort in Jamaica and you get mugged, and it's like, no, it's supposed to happen, you know, to the black people out there, you know, in the shanty town. That's not supposed to happen to us. That's supposed to just, you know, have the unlimited tequila shots.
he keeps crashing out on the timeline. I'm not sure why, other than he's being paid to do it, but it's completely pathetic. So let's take a look at Andrew Tate continuing to embarrass himself over, I assume, some insecurities based on the Sneeko beef earlier this year and money he's being paid by the Dubai government. Anyway, let's take a look at this.
You think I'd miss out on a chance to be stuck in the Middle East during a war? That sounds like a epic story.
Bro, no, it don't. If there was any place, this is no offense to anybody that is Middle Eastern or, you know, calls that place their home. I'm just speaking to someone that doesn't call that place home and calls America home. I would hate to be in the Middle East right now. Prayers to everybody that's out there. I hope that the war stops imminently, but that is a literal war zone. It is the worst place to be, I assume, for the people that inhabit it and for the people that are there fighting. What kind of dumb shit is this, dude?
I'm there. Come get me. No water, no food. Dead policeman. I took his fucking gun. I'm held up for the final fucking stand. I've lived long enough anyway. I'm taking the first.
So he's telling it like an adventure. Like he wants to go to Dubai to experience this. This is an adventure. Like this, not only is this not so bad, it's actually good.
Plane back. Oh, let me run.
Yeah, Andrew Tate's not doing any of that, by the way. He's not taking the dead policeman's gun and standing there in the front lines or any of that shit. He is not doing that. So I don't know. I hate to call it a fake tough guy act with Andrew Tate, but it's bordering on exactly what it is. He's doing a fake tough guy act for, I'm not even sure what the reason is, to show everybody how much he loves Dubai. Again, no offense to people in Dubai. I know a lot of people go there, party, hang out. I've been a couple times. I'm just going to say it. Dubai fucking sucks. I'm sorry, my opinion. The place sucks. It feels like it's a circus town. It feels like I don't even know, like a town that's made of props. There's a bunch of nice buildings. It's, you know, basically a desert, and they put a town on it.
Actually, I just realized this video itself is a reaction. It's 24 minutes. I'm like, why am I watching that when I can just jump to the original video? So this one is, I think this is the actual video, and it's 10 minutes long. So let's do this one instead. Oh, wait. I think it lost sound. Hold on. Did it lose sound? Did it lose sound? I think it lost sound. Here, let me yeah, no sound. Okay, cool. Let me take care of that. Here we go.
Oh, let me run. Oh my God, I'm so scared. I found a way out. You're a fucking coward, and you're gonna get what you deserve. Kill me. Kill me. Don't give a shit.
All right, so like usual, Andrew Tate is just losing his shit because people are leaving Dubai and it's getting bad publicity after it was hit by some missiles and drones from Iran. So now Tate and a bunch of influencers are trying to help them do PR and convince everyone it's safe there, which is mostly just making things worse and turning people away even more. Like everyone's joking about how these influencers are doing more to hurt Dubai's reputation than any missile attack ever could. Like Ian Miles Chong, to prove how amazing Dubai's nightlife is, he posted a video of him and his friend at a nightclub, and he said the place is alive, you can't beat the city. But in the video, the guy he's with looks like he's barely alive.
Look at this guy's face. I also find like it's very weird, Dubai's bottle service. Like,
I mean, him and Ian.
Usually it's like bottle girls, and they got like a bottle dude and a bottle old lady. You know, it's I find it interesting.
City. But in the video, the guy he's with looks like he's barely alive. I mean, him and Ian look miserable. It's just this.
It's like they're trying to kind of sell this idea that Dubai is still a party, but you can tell this guy's stressed.
Sad scene, which people are saying Ian's getting paid to post videos like this, but if I were in charge over there, I'd pay him not to post this. Like, the missile attacks are better publicity than this. You know, I think I'd rather be dodging drones and missiles than dodging Ian Miles Chong. Like, people in Dubai should be more concerned about an Ian Miles Chong jump scare over a missile attack.
Yeah, but it's like, it's not really selling it to me.
So I'm sure that video will bring everyone back to Dubai, or maybe Andrew Tate yelling at them will. It's so funny. They just have the worst people promoting Dubai. Tate has been posting about it nonstop since the war broke out, and he's been going nuts over it. Of course, he's trying to act like a badass. At first, he was acting like he was in Dubai during the strike, but he wasn't, which he seemed kind of disappointed about. So to prove he's still an alpha male who's fearless, he's going to travel to Dubai. And he's going off on everyone for leaving, for being cowards, which is rich coming from him, who just did a whole apology tour over being at a nightclub when an inappropriate song played. You know, he was going around apologizing and snitching on his friends. But now he's trying to convince everyone he's still the top G because he's going to go to Dubai.
Oh, the bombs are coming. The bombs. Let me just give half of my money away because I'm worried about a couple little bombs. What pussy are you? Want to get rich or not? You're scared of some little bomb for? Just catch it.
See, so this is when he was still trying to sell people on the scams because he wasn't down that bad yet, you know? So he is trying to keep the extra liquidity, trying to keep the scam world mindset going on.
Bro, wait till I'm back. I wish I was there right now live streaming. I'm so mad they closed the airspace. I can't get in. I just catch it like a baseball. I'll just throw it away. F off. You're bombing me. I ran. Get the f out of here. Top G, you're bombing me. Someone said to me, Andrew, what happens if you get there and everything gets a whole bunch worse? And my answer is this. Good. Good. Because when it all goes down, I'm not going to be sitting here outside tweeting, I'm so glad I ran away. I'm so glad I peed my pants and I wasn't there. No, my life story is I was there. I was held up in the fucking hotel, spraying my AK at the fucking Iranian army before I got hit by a fucking drone. That's where I was. I was in the fucking war because that's where I live. I didn't fucking run. I was there. So I hope it gets worse. I hope I get fucking stranded there. Give me a fucking gun.
So Tate and his crew decided to travel to Dubai, but I think the airports are closed, so they had to go to Saudi Arabia first, then do a road trip to the UAE. And when they're in the airport, again, Tristan and Andrew started going off about how everyone's being a baby about the strikes and they need to toughen up. And while they're saying this and trying to act like tough guys, they're being carted around the airport like two old ladies with bad knees. You know, these guys can't even walk through an airport, and they're talking about how people need to toughen up.
There's missiles, there's bombs. Why did everyone become such a fucking baby?
Sound like a baby. Oh, there's a missile.
It's like a baby. What do you think a missile could do? Kill you?
I'm going to my house.
Go to my fucking house, and no one's gonna stop me. What's the problem? What's the big fucking problem? Fucking pissy pants. Pampers was making a fortune. First world problems.
Missiles. Jesus Christ.
Then once they got to Saudi Arabia, they had to take a bus through the desert, which they sounded more worried about the bus ride than anything else.
Bags in here. Actually, oh, no.
Are you the driver?
Don't crash.
What good. We're good. It's in the back. Desert Mountain bus. In the back. Yeah, what's in the Desert Mountain? No one ever died in a bus before. What the bus we go around?
And Tate, of course, didn't handle the bus trip very well. He started having a meltdown because he's not used to slumming it with the peasants. He didn't realize how difficult it would be. It's so funny. He's acting like they would have this epic adventure where he's dodging missiles and fighting his way through.
Yeah, so he made his way to Dubai, and I think he actually posted this meme, which is a very flattering picture of him and his brother.
The desert. But in reality, the biggest thing they had to overcome was they got stuck at a bus stop, and Tate threw a temper tantrum over it because they're crossing the border and it's taken a while. And Tate got anxious because he started to feel like he was a peasant. So he just started losing his shit about how famous he is and how he's used to flying private and having everybody wait on his.
He probably also feels very exposed too, because I think he is for all his talk, he is scared of the situation on the ground.
Man, so this trip was rough for him. I think he was starting to regret it, not because it was dangerous, but because he wasn't being pampered enough.
I think it's because it's dangerous too.
Because that's the nature of the game.
You know what? Genuinely, I forgot what being a normal person is like. When you're a normal person, you need to have patience. I forgot about that. Because, you know, I get like straight on the jet, straight off the jet. Mr. Tate, right to the front.
But I think his talk about how he feels used to be getting treated a certain way is not getting treated that way is kind of giving away. This is why I'm saying his rant today, I think, is proof that he's getting hit financially. As opposed to what my friend said, was that, you know, he's still doing good, but he's not doing as good as before. So he's getting like frustrated. I think he's taking a lot of L's in a row. That boxing match L, like I just think he's going through the stage right now where everything he touches turns to shit. He used to win kickboxing things. He lost a kickboxing match. His real estate in Dubai is going down. Like it's cope.
I totally forgot that normal people have to wait for lines and shit. Lines.
We've been waiting all day.
Waiting. How do you get anything done? I don't have to wait for anything. They give me what I want right away. They're waiting for me. They treat me better than they treat anyone else. All the service, if a location has X amount of service, all the service goes to me, and everyone else has to share a fraction of my leftovers. They share the breadcrumbs as I enjoy the feast of service, because I'm a globally renowned A-list celebrity. But on this particular adventure, I'm like a normal man, like a normal guy.
I like it.
No, shit. And I forgot how spoiled I am. I cannot wait to get back to the private jet terminal and then hand me a cigar and say, "Mr. Take your jet's ready, get straight on the plane."
Yeah, so he's still doing some cope.
You're not a celebrity. You may have money, you're not the top. I'm the most loved man alive. So it's like, I've got the best human experience ever. I've got the best life ever. Everyone loves me. My life's
Okay, that's
holding
enough.
everybody up because he also got detained at one point because while they're crossing the border, they had to get off the bus and stand in line to go through customs. But Tate thought he was entitled to waiting on the bus for the line to die down, but they thought it was suspicious, so they ended up detaining him and questioning him, which his response was, "Don't you know who I am?"
So I'm eating crackers and some kind of rice.
Okay, so you get the point. I'm jumping forward.
So now everyone there is safe from attacks because the Tate brothers have finally arrived and are going to fight off all the missiles for him.
Yeah, so they're talking, you know, they're talking
And as soon
about.
as they got there, the airport started to open back up, so that whole trip was kind of pointless. But at least the Tates proved how fearless they are. You know, it wasn't easy for Andrew, but he managed to survive, and his fans are amazed by it. Like this Tate fan account said, despite the danger, Tate is on his way to Dubai, fearless. And it's funny because they say Dubai is the safest place in the world, while also at the same time acting like it's a complete war zone Tate is going into. So hopefully Tate and Ian Miles Chong can save Dubai.
Yeah, so you know that's their story. Like it's safe, and you're a little bitch if you think it's not safe. But also, they're so brave for going there, which, you know, makes you wonder if it's so safe. Then why are they so brave for going there? But since then, he tucked tail and went to Hong Kong. So what happened? You know, I think it kind of shows that it didn't work out. He was supposed to stay there, prove everybody wrong, and show that he wasn't scared. He wasn't scared of Dubai, and he had to tuck tail and go. So what does that mean? What does that say? Now the news is, come and get me. Andrew Tate reacts as fresh extradition talks surfaces and Hong Kong state raises new questions. So now he's in Hong Kong. That's today, you know. And now he's talking tough in Hong Kong. But this guy, he's reacting a lot. He's scared. Like it's been unraveling for him. And I think that mindset is going to trickle down. And I think but if you look at Trump is routinely freaking out these days too. Have you seen Trump's crazy, super long Truth Social posts? Like huge walls of text full of cope. They're insane. The stuff that he's been saying lately. these Trump posts, and they're as unhinged and full of cope as Andrew Tate's post. So I'll show an example. You know, Trump is doing these victory laps and jawboning down the oil price by saying everything's under control, everything's fine. But if you actually look at what he's been posting, so this is him throwing Israel under the bus yesterday and blame. I'm not going to read these things; they're just too long. But you can take a look how long this thing is, and he's throwing Israel under the bus and blaming them for what happened with the oil fields yesterday, and he's trying to threaten them, and also trying to threaten Iran and act like he's still in control here. Oh, I forgot to give the funniest piece of cope that Trump gave that drove the oil price down. He announced over the weekend, and this pushed the oil price down. He said that they're gonna allow Iran to go in and out of the Strait of Hormuz. So, you know, that's like, you know, there's somebody, there's a big dude and you're a scrawny little dork. There's a big dude that comes to your house every day at 3 p.m. to go smash out your girl. And he pushes you to the side, smashes your girl every day. She's down with it. You're getting cucked. And then he films it and puts it on his OnlyFans. And then people are acting like, yo, what are you gonna do? And then you're like, damn, I can't beat that guy up, but you know, I don't want to leave my girl either because I'll prove that I was getting cucked. So then you put up a post and you're like, yo, man, we're in an open relationship, or you know, because I'm a baller like that, like real G's, you know, are okay with other guys, you know, banging a girl. So you know what? I'm gonna let Big Roger, you know, come over here at 3 every day and bang my girl out, man. You know what, big dog, you got my permission. It's like that dude was gonna come anyway. It's out of your hands. You're a cuck. That's what that move basically is, like announcing the people in control of the Strait of Hormuz, who have basically said, "Fuck you. We're doing what we want." To announce you're gonna let them do what they want. And I was looking at that, and I'm like, oh my God, who is gonna fall for that? And sure enough, the oil prices went down. And I was like, oh my God, this can't be real. Like, this is total clown world. How is this working? And that's why I say he has the devil's luck. That's why I say he might still end up getting lucky or doing something, or even though he loses, announcing a win somehow and have people buy it, because I've just seen too much. I've just seen too many outrageous things he say work. This is another, or no, that's the one that we already saw. But there's like more. Look at this one. He posted a sprawling essay of near 1,000 words. Like, yeah, this is somebody who's definitely winning. This is somebody, you know, and the fact that the markets still believe that this is going to be over in a couple of weeks, that, you know, Trump has it under control. This is a small thing. Look at everything he's talking about here. This is amazing cope. And he's still talking about Sleepy Joe. Like, look at this. That's the same one. But yeah, there's the most recent one keeps coming up, but there are, so the same one keeps coming up. I want to find the one. This is him mentioning that they don't need the help of anyone in the world. And again, look how long it is. But then He also said, please help us right here. Get into gear and fast. Yeah, so it's a lot. Yeah. So that's basically it for today. Yeah, this could possibly happen too. But anyway, that's it. Thanks for joining us. Join us on Mondays and Thursdays. And enjoy having you there. Go to patreon.com/champagne sharks to become a member. Also, hit the like and the hype buttons. They always are helpful. All right. Everybody take care. Appreciate all of you. And subscribe to the podcast anywhere you listen to podcasts. Champagne Sharks. Be good.